Hello learners, today we will discuss dynamic typing and data types in Python. Before starting with the topic, welcome back to lessonlogics. Data can be of many types and it is not possible for all kind of data to perform all kind of operations. Thus programming languages uses data types to deal with different kind of operations and to restrict the values that can be assigned to the variables which are of specific data type. The categorization of data items can be known as data types. Categorization can be on the basis of the value a variable can contain and the operation that can be applied over those values. For example, a string variable cannot perform division operation, due to which string data type do not allows division operator to get performed on the variable which are of string data type. तो हम डेटा टाइप को इसलिए यूज करते हैं ताकि जो डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ डेटा है वो सिर्फ वही ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म कर पाए जो उन पे परफॉर्म होना चाहिए. जैसे कि अगर स्ट्रिंग पे हम डिवीजन ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करने लगे तो दैट इज नॉट अ वैलिड ऑपरेशन. Thus we can say data type can be used to identify the type of value a variable can hold and the operation a variable can perform. Python have various data types like numbers, sequences, sets, none and mappings. The first data type is number data type. In Python, number data type can handle three types of number. The first number is the simple number which do not have any fractional or imaginary part, which is known as integer number. Second number is which consists of fractional part, that is known as floating point number, and the third number is the numbers which consist real and imaginary parts. Those numbers are known as complex numbers. In Python, range of a number depends on the virtual memory available to the system. Thus the range of a number in Python is unlimited. Next is Boolean data type. Few considers Boolean as a part of integer and few considers it as a separate data type. So Boolean data type contains only true and false value. It can either be true or false. So in true and false, true refers to 1 and false refers to 0. So it can only contain two values. Boolean data type can be used to store the result of decisional statement. Now what are sequences? In Python, sequences is an ordered set of data items which have index along with them. In Python there are three kind of sequences. First is string, then list, after that tuples. So first let's start with strings. What are string sequences? A string is basically a set of characters. These characters may be numbers, special characters, digits, alphabets or spaces. The values enclosed in single or double quotation mark are the string values. Quotation denotes the starting and ending of the string. The quotation are not the part of the string. Let's see strings with the help of an example. Indexing in the string can be done in two manners. One is forward indexing and the another one is backward indexing. Forward indexing is marking indexes from the first element to last element from 0 to n, and the backward indexing marked from the last element to the first element starting from -1 up to -n. We can use forward or backward indexes to access element from a string, but strings are immutable. That is, we cannot change or delete a particular element from a string, but we can assign a new string to the same variable. Now what is a list in Python? List is a collection of similar or dissimilar data items. List are the comma separated values enclosed within a square brackets. We can create a single valued list, empty list, multi-valued list or nested list. List can also be indexed in forward and backward manners, and the elements can be accessed similar to the strings. Lists are mutable in nature, so we can change particular element in a list or we can delete an element from the list. We can use indexes in list to access the element, delete the element or modify the element. We can use remove function and pop function to delete element from a list, and to insert a value we can use list.append or list.insert. Tuples are the comma separated values enclosed within parentheses, or we can say tuples are the list where we cannot change values of a list. Tuples are immutable in nature, so we can access the particular element from tuples, but we cannot delete or modify element from a tuple, whereas we can assign new tuple to the same variable. Now what are sets in Python or set data type in Python? Set is an unordered collection of items, whereas the values are separated by commas and enclosed within curly braces. Set cannot contain duplicate elements. The elements in set are mutable in nature, and set is an unordered collection of iteratable data items. We can create set elements with the help of set function or curly braces. If we will enter duplicate values while creating a set, then set will pass those duplicate values and just carry single value out of those duplicate values. To insert element in a set, we have to use set.add function, and to modify a value from a set, we have to use update function. To check whether an element is present in a set or not, we have to use in keyword, which checks that an element is a part of a set or not. And if we have to check the complete set, then we have to use loops. We can delete elements from a set in multiple manners. We can use remove function to remove an element. We can use discard function to remove an element. We can use pop function, which deletes the first element of the set, and with the help of clear function, we can delete a set completely. Now, what is none data type? None is basically a special data type which refers to no value. That means if we do not have any value to place in a variable, so we can use none data type. None data type does not support any operation, and the value of none is neither 0 nor false. That is, none is not having any value like 0 and false, so we cannot perform any operation on the basis of 0 or false on none values. After none data type, we will discuss mapping data type. Mapping is an unordered data type in Python. Till now, mapping only have single data type, that is dictionaries. Dictionary is basically a key value pair. Like we have English to Hindi dictionary, in that we do have a value in Hindi for a particular English key. Likewise, dictionaries in Python do have a respective value for a particular key. We can create dictionaries with the help of comma separated key value pair enclosed within curly braces. Key and value are separated with colon. We can access elements from a dictionary on the basis of the key, and to delete an element or a key value pair from a dictionary, we can use pop function and clear function. The pop function will remove a particular key value pair, and the clear function will delete the complete dictionary. Whereas the pop item will remove the first item from the dictionary, that is the first key value pair from the dictionary. After this, we will try to understand dynamic typing in Python, that what is dynamic typing in Python and how do Python uses dynamic typing. Let's try to understand dynamic typing with the help of an example. So, if I'll write a program like a is equals to 5, print a is equals to Raman, print a, and then a is equals to 10.5, print a. Now we have this program, and we all know that Python is an interpreted language and it runs a program line by line. So after running this line, a will be pointing towards the memory block having value 5, and what will be the type of data type of that variable at that time? Integer. Then print a. So it will print on the output screen. For this statement, it will print 5. Then after running this statement, a will be having a value Raman, and a will be pointing towards Raman. So after this print statement, it will print Raman, and then interpreter will execute a is equals to 10.5. Then a will point towards a memory block having value 10.5. So after the execution of print a, it will print 10.5. So we all can notice here that whenever we are trying to change the value of a variable into another data type, we can change it easily in Python without any typecasting or type conversion. So this is known as dynamic typing. When we can change data type of a variable at runtime without any typecasting, then that is known as dynamic typing. As here you can notice that first a was pointing towards an integer value, but when the program updated its value to a string type value, then it disconnected with this and get connected to the memory block which is having a string value. So the data type of A at that time is changed from integer type to string type without any typecasting at the runtime. So that is known as dynamic typing. While working with a dynamically typed language, we should be aware of few things, like if a variable at one point of time is having an integer value and we are using an integer operator on that variable, then it is correct. But if after few statements the variable is getting changed from integer to string, and if at that time we'll perform a mathematical or arithmetic operator on that variable, then it will throw an error that this operator is not defined on string data type. Before applying the operator in a dynamically typed language, we should check that the variable should contain a valid data item. The condition shouldn't be like this, that we are applying an arithmetic operator on a string data type or string data item. Then it will throw an error. So these are the things we should know about dynamically typed language, and Python is a dynamically typed language. That's it for this lesson. If you like this lesson, then please do comment, share and subscribe. See you in the next lesson. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you and Jai Hind.